have been sharing with you lots of healthy recipes. I have shared lots of DIYs also with you. So today again I thought let's bake something, as earlier I have shared one beetroot whole wheat cake recipe with you all. I hope you checked it out. If you not, then do check it out. I'll mention in the description box below. And it's today again, whatever cakes I bake, I prefer to use whole wheat. I use multigrains also. I use millet also a lot in baking. But today I'm making a cake in which I'm using whole wheat flour. I'm using as a sweetener little bit of jaggery and little bit of dates in it. And I'll be baking it with lots of dry fruits. I thought of baking it as a plum cake on the occasion of Christmas, but I didn't do it. So today I'll be using those soaked rum dry fruits also in it. So I'll be baking kind of plum cake, and it's healthy. So let's get into the video and see how it turns out. I have been baking this cake from quite a long time, and people really like it, and I really love to eat this kind of cake. So you can use this cake as a snack. You can have it like in the evening times with your tea or something, because it is not too sweet and it's really healthy. So let's start baking the cake and see what all we'll be needing and how I am baking the cake. So if you like the recipe, please do subscribe to my channel, share with your friends, and do follow me on Instagram so that you know more about
whole wheat cake. I am taking whole wheat flour, 1.5 cup whole wheat flour. I have taken measurement with this cup. I am taking dry fruits, nuts soaked in rum. I soaked them for almost 1 week. You can soak them or you can just use them directly. Just put it in the rum for half an hour and you can use it for baking. I'm using jaggery powder. I'll be using almost less than half a cup, actually 1/4 cup of jaggery powder for sweetening. I'll be using baking powder. I'll be using 4 whole eggs. We'll be needing oil. You can use butter also, you can use olive oil also. I am using filtered peanut oil. You can use vanilla essence also, depends. We'll be using a sifter for sifting the flour. I'm using these utensils. We'll be using a baking pan for baking the cake. So let's start baking the cake and see how it turns out. So now what I'll do first, I am taking this flour and I'll put this in the sifter. I am taking one spoon of baking powder. I'm putting in this. I'll sift it. Sifting helps in removing any lumps in the flour, and it creates some air so that your cake becomes fluffier and nicer. There should be no lumps in the flour, so that's the reason. So I sift the flour. So you can see my flour is sieved. So what I am doing next is I'm gonna add all these nuts in the flour. I prefer adding anything whenever I add in my cake. I prefer to add in the flour so that it mixes well with the flour. Taste gets in the flour because flour is the only ingredient which makes the cake. So I'll be mixing it with the spoon. As they are soaked in rum, so they are a bit wet, and and sticky. So I'll mix them well. I have taken big pieces of dates because when it comes into pieces it tastes really nice. If you want, you can chop them small and you can use them. And I have used dates which are really soft, you can see, right? So I have mixed all the dry fruits in the round. Now next step is I'll be adding jaggery powder in the flour. So what I'll prefer doing, I have already added lots of sweet nuts like dates and raisins in it, so it has its own sweetness. So I'm adding this amount of jaggery, like 1/4 cup of jaggery powder. And instead of using sugar, if you use jaggery powder, then it's like you need to use very less amount of it, and it gives a proper sweetness. If you like, we don't like our cakes to be too sweet. They should be less sweet. So I have mixed my jaggery powder in it. You can see. So now next step is I'm gonna put the oil which I have taken, I showed you. I am gonna pour it in my jar. I prefer if I whisk it with my hand, it takes a lot of time and it doesn't give that fluffiness. So if you have a mixer grinder or food processor, so prefer mixing it with that. Like it, I'll break the eggs. So I am putting 4 eggs in it. And then I'll be grinding it together for about 5 minutes. You can grind it. So I have put 4 eggs. Now I'll grind it. So you can see I have grinded both the things together and it has become white in color. You can see it takes really lot of very less time, like 5 minutes, and it becomes fluffy. It has its fluffiness. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna mix everything together and put it for baking. Before mixing it, you set your oven on 180 degrees Celsius for 10 minutes. You preheat the oven so that when your cake goes for baking, your oven is preheated. So mixing, I have already set my oven for preheating. I am pouring the liquid into the, and I'll mix with the technique of folding and dividing. And it has lots of dry fruits. It takes a little bit of more time in mixing. I have completed mixing it. I feel the consistency is little bit thicker. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to add little bit amount of milk in it so that the consistency slightly. So I have added a little bit amount, like how much you need for making it little bit thin. The consistency should be like this. It should not be too thin. It should not be too thick. So now what I'll be doing, I'll grease the pan, cake pan. So what I'm gonna do, I'll take some oil. I'm greasing with oil. You can use butter also. brush the pan nicely so that it doesn't stick to the baking pan. I have completed greasing. You can use parchment paper also. I don't use. So now I'll pour the batter into the pan. I'll see, I don't prefer filling the pan fully so that it needs some space for so I have some batter left, so I'll bake it in another pan. So I'm using this pan and I'll put it into the oven for, I feel it's more, so I'll be putting remaining batter in this. So I have put in both the pans, and you need to tap it like this so that there is no air. I'll be the temperature is set on 180 degrees Celsius. I'll be putting it for 45 minutes. I'm setting the time. If you need more time, you need to check the cake. So I'll be putting both the cakes inside the oven. So now my cake is done. It took 1 hour to bake it. So I'll take out the cake. This is the cake. I have used knife for checking it is done. See how nice color it is. This is my another cake. So I'll take out this cake and let it cool down. I'll show you how it has turned out.
So you can see my cake is ready. It is nice and fluffy. It is full of dry fruits. It is made of whole wheat. It does not have sugar. So you can enjoy this with tea or just like that also any time of the day. If you like this recipe, do share with your friends and do let me know in the comment section below.